This is the next video. We are doing it. This is the next video. First of all, I want to start with my journey. My journey to here. I will briefly talk about my childhood. I was born into a Jehovah Witness home. My father, when I when I look back and I try to analyze from the beginning to now, everything brought me here. Everything. I say everything. My whole journey brought me here. So this is not coincidence. This is not coincidence. Like I said, if you fuck with me, you fuck with God. Um, I was born into a Jehovah Witness family. My father name is God has given. For those who are a little bit familiar, I decided to be honest and clear because today I know I can handle any negativity for anybody. I know people will not understand, people will level, but the truth with the word is just love. Love is everything. I love everyone. That's why I can take so many things on me. That's why um, people have not succeed trying to control me because I have God. I always knew that. So I was born in a Jehovah Witness family. My father name is God given, Jodone in French. Um, my mother is Mary. So many coincidence. And my name is Nathan Ojong. Um, I was talking with a friend. We were kind of going through numerology and thing. And I always say tell to people, I will talk about this in another video. Don't be afraid of numbers, numerology, astrology. I know the church. That's why the church is telling people don't fuck with this kind of thing. But it's just knowledge. Okay, it's science. Okay, nothing wrong. We talk about astral bodies out of these realities bodies. Okay, it's celestial bodies. The study of celestial bodies. It's not worshiping. You are not worshiping anything. Okay, some culture and some fractions or some cults actually worship demon associated with. But this is the negative or the hidden part or the darkest part. But all bodies are body of light, like the earth. We are a body. Jupiter is a body. Saturn is a body associated with denomination with. And you have to understand that everybody carry a blueprint coming on this earth. Means the numbers are not here out of. I'm digressing already. I'm going to that topic. Okay, let's focus. I will come back to this one later. So I was born in the night. So my father and da. Okay. I was very curious, an artist, very creative person since birth. I'm a singer from birth. That's why I love to sing. Um, and by the way, I would do some videos where I sing actually. So I was so curious growing up, very curious kid, and I'm still very curious if you know me, and very vocal about what I see. Through my early stages, my early growth, I went in school to engineering. I studied electrical engineering, my whole secondary school. So I'm accustomed to science, to physics. So I understand physics well. So I'm good. I'm really good. So they used to call me genius, like kind of. I almost touched everything. I used to love music. I used to do music. I even dropped secondary school with my last year so I can start doing shows. And then I discovered I have to go back. And then I went back to school. I got my 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 secondary school certificate, and I went to university. That's why I started doing computer. I was doing computer before because I understood computer since 2005. I was already a good computer kind of guru. I was even giving lessons to people. So when I got to university, I went to computer science. I studied computer engineering, and I, it was hard. Life was hard. I forgot to tell you, I lost my dad when I was 9. Kind of completion 9. I'm really accurate with numbers, so that's why I see science. The heaven communicate on this realm with numbers. That's why I said it's important to not be afraid of numbers, not be afraid at all of anything, because everything that exists on this realm, suppose everything that is created has been created by God. There's nothing good, there's nothing bad. Okay, God is not good, he's not bad. I used to take um, the illustration with something that is in the Bible. Adam and Eve, before they sinned, They were perfect, totally in the image of God. They were naked, by the way, when they were just like God. So, if when you are just like God, you are naked, and you don't even notice that you are naked. I'm digressing. I know, but I love this subject. I love this subject. So, you are naked. Okay. Now, when you are naked, you are considered the image of God. What that means, you don't consider that what you are or your state. So if somebody say, "Oh, you're naked," you say, "And so what?" So it's not, you will never look somebody else's woman and get attracted because you don't see Toto. Okay, you will not look at these stars dancing, and yeah, it will still have a comment. Have a anyway. You will not do it, right? Um, Now they sinned, and when they sin, the first thing they notice is their nakedness. So when you analyze, you will see everybody is judging. Oh, this star is naked. She's just doing this. She's just doing that. She's spoiling youth. That's what people say. That's judgment. That's why in the Bible it says you should not judge nobody. Okay. So that means the way is backward. We have to go back to the state where we don't consider anything as good or bad. Because when we are in the God state, in the image of God, we don't notice our nakedness. All right? Huh? That means if when we are sinners, we notice it, we start judging everybody. So the idea is to go back to that state. Okay, when we don't have this kind, you will see, and it will not affect you. It will not affect your relationship. You will not desire somebody else. That's the state. I don't desire anybody's wife. I don't want you. I'm desiring my wife. Okay, by the way, I'm not married, and I'm still expecting that lady to show up. So if you know you are the one, show up, bro. And I think I know who is it. I think it's Dana. I think it's Dana Kebo. Anyway, so I digressed. So you understand that the actual way is backwards, and to go back to that point where we don't judge everything. That's why me, everything that comes my way, I embrace it. Whether it's living in the street like I do now, I know it's nobody understand. I will show you because I decided to open up. This is light. Light doesn't hide anything. I'm a light worker, and this is my mission. So I'll open to you so you know what I'm going through. So let's go back to my story. So now I I didn't graduate actually. I dropped because at a certain point in my life, my mom was already telling me, you have to find a job. You are already mature enough to have a job to, I will not pay your school fees and everything. I have a lot of responsibility. I have your brothers. I have that. I say, what? And I had a camera. So I used to love, I mean, she sent me because my mom, um, she used to live abroad. So, I mean, she still, you know, and, and I love you, mom. And she used to tell me this. So at a certain point, I was already feeling the call. I was already feeling the call to become independent, to take my freedom, to start going and discover my own way. So the next year, my third year, she's actually sent me money to pay for my school fees. I used the money travel to Lagos. Back then, I was still in Cameroon, and I came here because I was so passionate about movie filmmaking, and I realized the reality of going through the process. That was 2015. I spent over a year here in Lagos. It was tough. I was going to audition, but I never passed any audition. I attended like maybe hundreds of of auditions in Hollywood, and I didn't attend. At that time, I had a lot of struggle, and it was tough. It was a new area. I was 25. I was so young. I was so ah. When I remember, I still I it was. I still love me. I'm an adventurer, so I love to take. I love the unknown. I've been, that's how I built this. And I came to Lagos. It was hard. It was hard. I had the chance to meet some people who really loved me, even if um, even if they were not able to offer me, but everything they were offering, I was so glad to receive them, and I will always be thankful because they've been part of this journey. So thank you to all these people. I'm talking about Sandra. I'm talking about Male here, Osapa, London. You know, just to mention a few people. So I understood what it would cost me because I couldn't. I started attending seminars, conferences, filmmakings. Um, I even tried to get on set. So that's where I understood the importance of storytelling, and I decided to start learning. So I decided to go back to a place where I know I have ground, where I can just. I'll not worry about my rent, paying rent and all this. So I decided to go back to. And funnily, everything was just aligning for me to do all this. At that time, I didn't notice. I was still, I was still fresh into this freedom scheme. I never be afraid. I mean, I was afraid, but I at that time, I love to take risk. If you know me, I'm a risk taker. I believe in. No, that was early. That was early on. I used to believe. I used to even, transfer energy when I was a kid. I used to fly in my dreams, like literally. Like I would wake up and I would really believe I fly. Like that's why I understood the power of imagination. So fast forward, I came back to, and I started learning filmmaking, like really, until I start editing. Not like editing. I directed short movies, um, web series, skits, music videos. I'm good. I was able to write. I wrote like 2 movies in my email, in my old iPhones, these things, all these things. And at a certain point, I was ready to come back. That's where life hits hard. So, but the struggle, when I got back, surprise, things didn't work. I had to go and work. You understand? I had to work. I have to do 1 or 2 things to afford my first laptop, and then start to going out. I never went to school to study filmmaking or anything. The only school I went is computer or to editing, AI, quantum mechanics, everything I know from life. I'm self-educated. I'm a I'm a conscious learner. You understand? And everything guided me here. When today people trying to manipulate me, but they can't succeed because I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. I can't. I've encountered so many difficulties, so many hardship in my life that you can't impress me. I have God. I saw God. I met Him. When I say it, I say it's my. When I tell people I'm the Son of God, not with O. I'm the Son with you of God. Repeat after me because you are too. So that's where I come from. I'm going to for 20 minutes. I will just accelerate the video so you know. So that's where I come from, and then I learned all these things, all this skill, writing, storytelling, how to tell good stories. Keep exercising. I never worked. I always worked freelance. So that's why today when I was telling my previous video that I decided not to follow anybody anymore, not any structure, because God showed me that for what I'm going to build with you, you don't have to belong to any of these things because the guy you follow, Jesus, never belong. So I see my guys, my people here and there. They say, yeah, but they see them follow money like mad people. You don't understand? And they will claim, they will tell you, they will quote the Bible because honestly, I would say it here, fuck prophet and no, not fuck all the apostles. Okay? They are not bringing anything. They were imperfect. The way is Jesus. Okay? There's a reason why there is this lost year of Jesus. Because this guy, and here again I will clarify something. Okay? You have a family. Your mother, your wife, I mean, the ladies who were accompanying Jesus, your disciple, but no one knows your childhood to write. Because somebody with this kind of destiny, okay, once this guy died, okay, people people documented the from 30 years upwards. But people will still talk about his childhood. People, because if this guy were powerful, he was not. He learned like everybody. He went, he traveled, so many. That's why I always tell Christian that you people are very stupid not to believe that you don't have to look out for knowledge. And these people who told you not to look out for knowledge are people who are trying to box you. The Bible for some people are a box. They are just contenders. If you want to live in this world, you have to be open-minded. If not, people will control the narrative for you. You will believe nonsense. So be careful. Anyway, me, I believe everybody is on this journey, so I don't fucking care. I know you guys are going to understand the thing at the right time. So I'm just saying, so you understand that it's important to be open-minded, to question things. In this next age, what we are going to judge people for is intentions. What is your intention creating this? Because the future is the creatives. Why are you creative? Because we see how creative people influence the world today, and they are used by politicians to create narrative agendas. So it's a powerful tool because it's a creative space, it's a creative field, whatever it is. See, movies today, I believe in all these powers. I believe I know I have all these powers because of TV. Yeah, I know it sounds like you say, oh yeah, it's, but subconscious does not make any difference between what is real and what is not real. If you feed it with what is real, it will ground on it. If you feed it with what is not real, it will stay ground on it. You decide what you nurture. But now, when you understand the quantum reality of this realm, you understand that everything is possible for everybody. That's why we are in the image of God. And this time, where physics, oh man, I digress again. It's my idea. Everything comes like, you understand? Because I don't have anybody asking me a question. That's what I say. I'm open to come to interview anything. Call me. I will come. We discuss. We talk about these things. I will open your mind to the future, to the future we are going to be. See, where we are going to be is not somebody who will tell you it is true. See, this one where I tell you, you want to believe, but you have to believe because you know it's true. You can feel it, you can sense it. I digress. This is already a lot of minutes, so I have to cut this. So we don't. So I see you in my next video. We continue from there.